Is the quintessential genius.
He's just so loving and so cool and so deep. You know, and I'm sure everybody that's met him ever has said that. He's just the coolest person in the world.
Everything that he does really has a mind towards progress, social progress, cultural progress, making change. And I think that's really the greatest gift he's given to the world.
Welcome back to Our World with Black Enterprise. We're here with the legend Quincy Jones. Not only are you a legend, Mr. Jones, but you have had a whole career filled with working with other legends. I just want to run a few names down. Let me know what it was like working with them. I got to start with Ray Charles.
Well, Ray was my brother, you know, from another mother. Ray came into town to Florida. He had sight until he was 6, you know, and he had chickenpox and scratched his eye when he was in Florida. And went to a white hospital. They wouldn't let him in. And when he got to the black hospital, he was blind. So we had a very unusual relationship. He was like 100 years older than me because I was living at home. I was 14. And he had his own apartment. He had 2 pairs of shoes, 2 suits, 2 girlfriends. He had a record player, man, and there was everything, you know. And Ray was very independent. His mother taught him to not be like people live with the canes and the dogs and all that stuff. No independence, you know. Yeah. And Ray was go shopping on his own or whatever, man. The streets, across the lights. I never could figure out how you do that. And the only time Ray ever got blind was when the pretty girls were around. Then he started bumping into stuff, you know. Stevie does the same thing today, man. I bust him all the time.
Woo! You put him out there, man.
They get all blind, man. You know? That's
part of their rap, huh?
So you meet my girlfriend? No, it's not. Hands down here. They're beautiful, though. We had a time of our life, man.
Let me run another name past you. What about Frank Sinatra?
Oh, please, man. That's my another brother. And I was working in Paris, running a record company and studying. And one day I came in and they said, Grace Kelly's office called from Monaco, and they want Mr. Sinatra, like Quincy, to bring the house band down, which is 55 musicians with Kenny Clark and Lucky Thompson, all those cats. And so we took them down, and we played with Frank at the sporting club, you know, for Grace Kelly and Noel Coward, Cary Grant, and all those people. And then 6 words. He said, "Good job, kid. Cuckoo." Never saw him again. And 4 years later, I get a call from Hawaii. It's the first guy started calling me Q, you know. Q! It's Francis. I'm in Hawaii directing a film, I'm at the Brave, you know, and I just heard the record you did with Basie on Bart Howard's In Other Words, which is da 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 da, it's a waltz, da 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 da. It's In Other Words for other words, and he said, I like the way you did it. Four, boo doo boo boo boo. Put it in 4/4, you know, for Basie. He said, that's where I want to do it. And I said, would you consider doing a record with me and Basie? I said, man, are you crazy? Is the Pope a Catholic? Yeah, and I was in Hawaii 2 days later and worked with him the rest of his life, you know.
Let me run one more past you. Michael Jackson. I can't not talk about Michael Jackson. You had
what is there to say?
I mean,
it's in the music, man. We worked on The Wiz, started on The Wiz, and he said to me, I'm going to do an album on Epic. Could you help me find a producer? I said, Michael, I don't even talk about it now. You don't even have a song in the movie yet. She was only singing He's on Down the Road with Diana. So I'm working with Charlie Small to get him a song. And so we finally got the song You Can't Win with the Crows, you know, as a scarecrow. And I started watching him after that and seeing how focused he was, you know, everybody's dialogue, all of their songs, all of their steps, choreography, everything. And he was so on the case. And I was trying to find stuff in him that hadn't been exposed with Jackson 5, you know. And I realized I was at the Oscars one year, and he sang Ben, which is a love song, but it's a love song to a rap, you know. And so I had been carrying this song around, She's Out of My Life, that a friend of mine wrote when his wife left him. And I was saving it for Sinatra. I said, I'm going to give this to Michael. And Michael sang it, and every take he did, he cried. I left it on the record, you know. And it just took him into a new world, you know.
Yeah, that world included Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad, 3 of the most successful records in music history. Did you imagine that when y'all went in the booth the first time?
No, I just make music that I like first. That's the only thing you can do. And naturally going for the throat, you know, because my least favorite records are number 2, 6, and 11. I don't want to be number 2.
Right, right.
No, you get obsessed, addicted to number 1, you do.
We'll be right back.
Internet's always making up stuff and hiding behind a AKA, you know.
Right, right.
It's ridiculous.
Because they said there was a beef between you and Kanye West.
I wouldn't live in a life like that. We don't have any beef now.